What's guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to the 14th episode of Summer Spider So What. This one's titled You're Rebelling, I'm Self-Deprecating. Not quite sure whose perspective we're talking from there. Usually these are related to Kumo. I don't know who's rebelling in this instance, but whatever. So yeah, last time we're finally out into the world. So we're out of the labyrinth, which is nice because we spent quite a bit of time in there. We spent an entire half a season. Well, entire season, half of a multi-core show in there. So it's nice to finally have a change of pace in location. And now that we have a goal of communicating with humans, we are going to... Our goal in our evolution tree, since we can now see that, is to go up to Arachne, a half-human spider thing, which I think we kind of saw in the OP. We saw a almost like mechanical spider-human thing. It was very odd-looking, so maybe that's what we're aiming for, and then there's a step beyond that, or because it's Kumiko, she has a different variation on that, or I don't quite know. But we've seen a human spider thing before, and it just makes sense that she get a human form because... well, pretty much every monster type... well, I don't know about every, but some of the more notable ones, like Slime, obviously got a human form much earlier than this as well, so it just makes sense to get a human form. And we also need that human form to understand who the hell Kumiko actually is in the Demon Lord era, because it's almost certainly going to be either the Demon Lord or the white girl. She's one of those two. Could be either, honestly. They've given enough hints for both. My theory still is that parallel minds can somehow evolve and she can have, like, her parallel minds can take over a body. I mean, we've just sent our parallel minds to attack the mind of our mother through our telepathic link, so I don't know what that's going to do. Like, yeah, that distracts mother for a while, but then what happens? What if they do completely destroy and eat her mind? Is she just a mindless husk? Can we leave one of our personalities in there? And then Mother is an ally now, because it's also us? Like, I don't know how that works. I feel like that's where they could go with it, and hence why we have Demon Lord, who's Kumiko, and then Whitehead Girl, which is one of her parallel minds. Or parallel minds to the Demon Lord? I don't know if that would be as beneficial. Wouldn't you want to be the one in control, rather than being the one... I don't know. One in hiding, making... whatever. So I'm still thinking they might go along that route somehow, or they'll come up with another way of doing it. But we had a lot of human stuff as well, in the form of Shun meeting Elven Chief Potamus. We also got introduced to Anna, which apparently we would have seen earlier before, had certain scenes been included. However, Katia and Sue have now been kidnapped by Hugo, who is now revealed to be working with the older brother. Like, there's something off about the older brother the entire time, so that wasn't a huge surprise, but... it was about time Hugo kind of got reintroduced into the story after his departure. And now... I don't know what their deal is. I don't know what they want, necessarily. Unless they're going to try and give Hugo the hero title? Is that what they're after? I don't know. I don't know why kidnapping Katia and Sue is in any way noteworthy. I guess to try and get Shun to come out of where he is. Yeah, I think it would just be easier to go to Shun, right? Like, if you've got the power to do all this, you've probably got the power just to go to Shun and sort things out yourself, right? Especially if you're allied with the older brother. I'm sure he can just get you in whenever he feels like it. So I don't know what the purpose of this kidnapping is, but sure. Let's, I guess we'll see what happens with that. I don't know if we're going to have a lot of human stuff today, or if we're not. I know people are very divisive about how much of the human stuff they like to see. I understand why it's there. But the pacing to get to that point is... I sometimes worry if we're actually going to get a payoff for all of that in this season. Just because of the way it's been paced. I don't know. I guess it depends on how close Kumiko is to her end goal and towards the Demon Lord and things like that. I guess it depends. Because it feels like there should be a lot longer timescale between those events, but I guess we'll start getting some information on that at some point. I don't know. But yeah, we're in it for the long haul. I've been saying that the entire time, so let's just get into the episode. As per usual, These are time-based format reactions here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture in picture, you can go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture in picture reactions I do on the channel, which is everything from the seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as Sympho Gear and Log Horizon that we just watched, and World Trigger as well on the weekly uploads. Also have movie reactions in the form of Weather and Review the movie coming later this month, so look forward to that. It'll probably end up being on a Monday, not next Monday, probably the Monday after at this rate, based on how things are going. It might come on a different day, but it seems more likely that would be on the Monday, based on show drops and things like that. But yeah, here on YouTube we do timer based, so bottom left of the screen you'll see a timer for the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. And play start the episode, I start the episode, and we should be in sync. Watching this one on Crunchyroll as per usual since they licensed it. No logos, we're just straight into the episode. You can use screen flash on my face on the mic to tell me he's transitioning. Pro tip, you can also look at this part of my headset since it's very, very reflective. So, with all that said, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Traveling. Who the hell are these people? Okay. Is that the girl that gave Hugo her powers? Or helped Hugo out? I get the feeling it might be. Just because of red eyes. That kind of shows that we're still a long ways off from our stories being intertwined, though. See, there's the human thing. Although, who else could be red eyes? Could be the current Demon Lord, maybe? I don't know. They've got options with that, really. Don't know what this weird obelisk thing's meant to be either. Alright. Off we wander. uh, yes. Just having one mind again. Feels so empty. Bandits, okay. It's not really much merit to getting involved either. Still has some morals about her. Um, I think Bandit's a fair game, yeah. Yeah. Do they? I could really go for some hotties. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, yeah, it's a baby. Oh, we're gonna play a pie and letting this baby live. Oh boy. Holy shit. I love the cut. Yeah, this is where you'd make your grand entrance. Yep. Mm-hmm. A monster healing. I love how they're playing into these stereotypes. Mm-hmm. Human vampire, yep. Sure, okay. So we save the kid that's going to help Hugo. You are. Hmm. What a weird moment. They're just watching this entire thing go down. What is this? Well, what were they thinking during all that? I wish we got a bit of like them going, "What the hell's going on?" Like a bit of a back and forth. That would have been nice, but whatever. Oh. Hmm. Oh. Interesting. That was a weird. Okay. Now they want. Oh, we're protecting again. Ah. Are we going to intervene this time or not? Being hunted a lot. Mm-hmm. just for existing. We're not helping this time, okay? Helped the first time, but not this time. Oh, we did help, okay. I was like, are we not going to help? But that makes sense. Oh, hi, Shlain. Hmm. Oh boy. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Well then. It's the framing. And of course. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would have been much easier to not give him that. Let me guess. Faye's going to awaken right at this moment to save him. Probably. Uh, where does the hero title go in that instance, I wonder? But you're the hero. Hmm. Okay. Okay. It's good thinking, actually. Hmm. Power hungry. Mm-hmm. Sure you have. So this is almost certainly the vampire brainwashing, right? Yeah. Brainwash, charm, sleep, yeah. Oh, him? Well, I guess the powers he got from vampire, probably. If you're gonna do it, just do it already, because, yeah, you're an idiot. Hmm. There she is. Sophia. Blocks. Mm-hmm. What? Hey, okay. Ooh. Yeah, we're just running. Sound effects are a bit lacking in certain bits here, but that run cycle. So out of time with everything else. That's a very zoomed in shot. There we go. What is that visual quality? What is happening indeed? Yes. Hmm. Yep. Whoa. Hmm. Okay. That was quick. Ah, of course they did. Yeah, makes sense. Because they benefit, probably. That'd be pretty powerful. Lust of the Seven Deadly Sins. Wow, okay. Hmm. It's easier said than done. Mm-hmm. Oh, God. Okay, then. Well, we're kind of responsible for her being around still. Hmm. Oh, and we brainwashed her as well, of course. Faye would be really helpful right about now. Hmm. I mean, what do you expect to happen? You did nothing. Why do the enemy always hesitate in these moments? I get tired of that sometimes. What? Why? Okay, she can just fight through because she can, okay. I don't like that, but whatever. Hmm. Uh, what? The fuck was this entire scene? Sure. I hate this scene. Someone intervened. Sophia, okay. Holding a head. Hmm. Vampire. Hmm. Hmm. Right. Yep. Hmm. LMP. Seriously, Faye would be really useful right about now. Just saying. The hell is this figure anyway? Hey, there you go. Told you. Told you Faye would come save the day. Been too absent through all this. Sure. Okay. Whew. Another very zoomed in shot. Yep. You can tell they were trying to budget save a little bit during this episode. Hmm. Yeah, all part of the plan. Did Mother send these annoying puppet spiders? Yes. Gonna guess the answer is yes. That was a weird episode. Like, okay, we'll address things one at a time. Visually, something was very off about that episode. You could tell they were doing a lot of budget saving techniques, like using zooming in on a still frame essentially. You can tell when there's a difference in quality because obviously you draw to the resolution of what you're primarily doing, which is normally. I actually don't know what resolution Japan normally aims for in their animation because I don't know what the broadcast is. Do they broadcast at 720? Do they broadcast at 1080? I'm kind of curious about that. I would assume they broadcast at 1080 and have the file ready for 1080. So when you have it zoomed in so much, you can tell where the lines are very much more pixelated. And that's usually a budget-saving thing. Like, why draw multiple scenes when you can use one scene and just zoom in on certain parts to get the same effect? Yes, it can be noticeable for those who have, like, are watching on, like, streams where you can have full 1080p experience on a bigger monitor, for example, as well. Whereas on television, I guess it's less noticeable as well. But you could tell they were doing that quite a bit. Some of the shot choices were kind of weird as well. Like, I kind of liked that the initial magic blast and then the king dying. I like that was a slow reveal. Like, that's done very much in other animes. I've seen that done, so I quite like the idea. But some of the other bits with some of the combat scenes were really not that impressive. I don't know why. I guess they just they wanted the events of this episode to be shown and to be important, but they didn't need to go all out with animation on it. Or it's just the effects of what happens when you have a multi-core show at this point. It's entirely possible that's the case, although I have no idea what the real deal there behind that is. I don't know if Spider is having bad crunch like certain other shows last season or not. I'm sure there'll be an article or something about that if that ever happens again. So yeah, visually there were some things that were kind of off about most of it. And now let's just talk about that last little bit, because I personally really, 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 really hate this type of thing. So, we are being attacked by our best friend, right? And she's been mind-controlled and put under all these effects, and she has the opportunity to kill him. Except she can't, because a little bit of her is still there, even though she's meant to be, asleep and mind-controlled? Like, where's the text that says exactly all the status effects she's under? Where is it? Sleep, charmed, and brainwashed. So she's asleep, her real self. She's been brainwashed and charmed to do what people tell her to. So the fact that she's able to resist, I don't necessarily buy. Like, she resists for so long, then she dies, but because I'm the hero, she gets to be revived, no consequence at all to anything that happened there. That feels very, very cheap, and very much feels like Shun's just getting his way because he's the hero, and I don't like that way of storytelling. Like, that's not... Why does he get that? Like, if there was some hint that maybe he had some form of power like that before, then whatever. But he just feels so cheap to just let him have that. Just like, I'm not going to be killed by my best friend because they're my best friend, even though they should absolutely be doing everything in their power to do so because of all the effects they're under, and those effects don't seem to be disappearing, so they shouldn't be able to take effect. And then they die, despite me not wanting them to, so because I'm the hero, I can just have anyone come back to life whenever I want, and now that entire antagonistic power is just gone. It's like, I'm tired of that. I'm really, really tired of that type of storytelling. It just feels so cheap. And undeserved, really. It's why I dislike Shun so much, because everything's just lining up in the way that it needs it to for him. And it just gets annoying. Like, yes, this is a significant blow, because his sister's still brainwashed, although, realistically, if the best friend can snap out of it in a moment like that, why the hell can't the sister? I mean, come on, the sister's much closer to him, you'd have thought. But, whatever. Storytelling, I guess. Yeah, I just dislike that entire scene. I don't know, it's just... bleh. It's all I've really got after that. It's kind of put a bad taste on the entire episode. Like, we knew Faye was coming. It was about time that Faye made her appearance. Her design is interesting. The sound effects in this episode were terrible. I mentioned this last time we had a human... Well, not last time I had a human fight, but you remember the Shun versus Hugo fight, the sword fight in, like, episode 6 or whenever it was? When Hugo was still a bit of an arse and before he lost all his powers again. That fight had terrible sound effects as well. This very much had that same feeling. Like, nothing really felt right audio-wise in terms of what was going on screen. And it's just very disappointing considering what we got with Araba versus Kumiko. And it almost feels like less effort is being put into the human side. And I know people say good because we don't want to see the human side and all that, but still, if you're going to portray so much of the human side in this and portray it as important to the story, give it the same care and attention that you did the spider side of things, because it's just going to turn more and more people off, you know? And it almost feels like the human side of things was not almost like an afterthought at this point. I know it's going to link back. I know the events of this are going to link back to where Kumiko's journey is. I still cannot see Kumiko's journey getting to be in line with the human side of events anywhere in the next season. Like, I don't think we're going to get there by episode 24. I don't think we're going to get there halfway through the next season, if this even gets picked up for a second season. I have very little confidence that this will get season 2, honestly. I don't know what the Japanese reception to this has been, but I honestly don't know if people are super enthralled for a second season at this rate. I don't know. The mid-season, the Araba fight kept it alive, but mid-season's really not working for me. I mean, the rating is going up every episode, more or less. Like, we started off at 65%, we're up to 70% on A list. We're doing okay. Like, 70% I think is fair for where this show is. Maybe a little lower. Maybe more like 68% in my mind, but still. Yeah, it's just... that was not a good episode for me personally in how I view the show. It kind of put a bad tinge on it, and I just want to forget this episode and move on. We know Sophia is connected to the Demon Lord, and we know we as Kumiko saved Sophia in that instance that led into what we've done, so we are part of the reason why I got into that. And if we are the Demon Lord or the Whitehead Girl, that this is beneficial to our plans to have this attack on Shun, it'll wrap up at some point, is all I've got to say. So yeah, that's going to do it for you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. Leave a like if you did. Let me know your comments on how you thought of that episode as well. I personally think this is one of my least favourites of the show. When all's said and done. I really didn't enjoy... I didn't really enjoy her just being brought back for free like that and getting a chance like that. It just felt really lazy of a way to get around that problem. And then, like I said, the sound effects and the animation for this episode were kind of lacking compared to what we had in previous ones. But anyway, let me know your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the Spring 2021 live you can find here on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.